I think it's been a long time since I've done one of these, or maybe it's not, just because I have a beard growing in and like facial hair growing in like really bad. I'm thinking about going to the barber and just getting all this like trimmed and getting the back and my hair cut again, but it's just like I don't know, because this is I don't know, I don't know if I'm liking it yet. Like I don't mind the facial hair, but it is like I mean heavy, and it's like I don't look the same, and it's weird. But let me know what you guys think of the beard and the facial hair. I mean, you can't really see the beard, but I definitely feel it every day. And I noticed too, by the way, I have a lot of like recorded videos shot ahead of time because that's how I post as many videos if I do as if you don't know. And this is like tangent. I know I'll get into actual the video, but you know, a lot of my videos, I noticed I started doing this in the videos. I'm like scratching the beard, so I don't know. And look how weird it looks on camera. Because I just raised my neck and you see, like, oh shit, he's hairy. But then you don't see it that bad. So, I don't know. But then I got the sideburns and the sides growing it in. So it's just weird. I don't know if I'm liking it yet. Also, I think just, I don't shave the greatest sometimes. And it looks a little uneven at times. I don't know. I'm thinking about getting it trimmed. I'm not sure. But I'm kind of liking it. So I don't know if I want it. But yeah, I'm cleaning up in here. You know, well, I kind of already cleaned up in here last week, but I did some more cleaning up here, made some more space. Yeah, I kind of decided is to went in here, clean some stuff up. Let me show you. I'm gonna do these every time I go through some movies I need to get rid of and do this. So here's the ones I'm getting rid of now. I got Wayne's World 2, which has a 4K coming from Kino. I'm not in a hurry to get it because Wayne's World 2 I actually think is underrated. It's not as good as Wayne's World 1, but it's like, I'll get that at some point. Buffy Vampire Slayer motion comic. It's okay. I'm not ever going to watch that again. So, done with that. Shivers. So I got this. I think this might have been my first Vestron video. That and Little Monsters, because it was cheap at Walmart. I'm not a huge David Cronenberg fan. I like some of his stuff, but his new one was bad, and I just don't ever plan to watch that again. And I'm a completionist with the Vestron video line, and I think it's because like they're all pretty expensive. A lot of the older ones, the newer ones are okay, and they all don't have slipcovers, and that is part of the whole thing. Also, if all of them were great movies, sure, might actually go and do that, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I just don't think so. I got The Room, or not The Room, Room, which is always so weird to think about, but this movie's okay. Like, Brie Larson's actually good in it, but it's not like a movie. I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, I keep this movie around, but am I ever actually gonna watch this again? The answer is no. So Pennywise, the story of it. I think this one's gonna go too, because honestly, I never plan to watch this again. It's a good documentary, but I'm not so crazy into Tim Curry as Pennywise and that whole thing because I didn't grow up with it, and it really is dependent on that. And so, like, it's not that I don't like that, but it's like I'm not so crazy about any of this documentary. Saint Maud. This is a pretty good horror movie that I'll probably never watch again. So I try to keep most of my 24 stuff, but honestly, uh, I still have most of it, so just those couple ones need to go. But yeah, I moved a lot of it around. It's good because now I have more space for stuff. So I don't know if I mentioned this in the last video. I think I should have, but maybe I didn't. I am watching through all the Simpsons, one episode a day before I go to bed. I'm on to season 2. Season 1 is an easy watch because it's only like 13 episodes. The main reason I'm doing this is because I've always wanted to see all the Simpsons, but the main reason I'm doing it is because I am a physical media collector, obviously, but I don't have all the Simpsons seasons on DVD. At least all the ones that they put out, because they did stop at a certain point because like DVD sales weren't there anymore or something like that. I think they were still there for those Simpsons sets, but the creators didn't feel like it was fun anymore. Like, because if you know these DVD sets, they're loaded with extras, episode commentaries, animatics, all kinds of great stuff in there. But they stopped doing them, so they only went up to like 20 seasons. So there's a couple of them are actually kind of pricey, but most of them are pretty reasonable. But I'm just gonna watch the ones I have, and then when I get to like season 9, then I gotta order season 10 and just keep going like that until I complete it. Because I need to complete that. That needs to happen this year, or at least by early next year, because I think those are gonna get pricier as time goes on because people realize uh, how much is just not on Disney Plus with those. So I don't know. But that's something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to think. I watched a movie, some movies, and I want to try to think which ones did I watch. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's down here. Move some stuff around, so it's hard to find certain things. But I watched Transformers 1 again, which actually was still pretty solid. Second watch, wasn't really sure how well that was going to hold up. Not that I think it would be bad, but it was still really good. What else did I watch? I watched something else. It was like an hour and a half movie. I'm trying to think. Can't find it. I don't even remember what it was. Oh, it was Catstone's Dance, which is over here now. Not over here. Catstone Dance is pretty good. I've seen it a couple times. I think I'm gonna review that closer to when Zootopia comes out, because if you know this movie, it's set like basically classic Hollywood, but the story of the movie is like animals can't be in movies. And the whole thing is like an allegory, clearly for race, and Zootopia obviously is about that. So I thought that'd be fun to talk about that because I do really like that movie. And then another one I watched is over here. Watch Young Frankenstein. That was a fun watch. So I've actually been trying to watch more movies at home. It's been hard because I've been working a lot more hours lately at work. So it's been like that balance is like, there's 7 days in a week, and I've really only watched like 3 movies at home. So is what it is. Up here, I did actually do some Funko Pop hunting, and I ended up actually getting 3 more. Found this guy at a Ross. I'll flip the camera. Found this guy at a Ross for like $4. So that one's pretty sweet. And I did actually find this guy at a Hot Topic on clearance from the new Ghostbusters movie. Which, by the way, I do not remember this guy being in the new Ghostbusters movie, and I've seen that movie twice. That said something to me about that movie, but I do really like the design of this pop, and some of the ghost designs in Ghostbusters are just cool, so I thought that was cool to have. It was like $7 on clearance. I got Red Guardian from Thunderbolts. I really love Red Guardian from Thunderbolts. He's so good in that. Dave Arbor is so good in that part, so I thought I had to get that out of the new wave of figures. And I found this guy. He's not a Hot Topic exclusive. I feel like he is, but he isn't. Leroy from Lilo and Stitch, the evil version of Stitch. He's a fun character that for that, so I bought him at Hot Topic, and I think the only one I'm waiting on right now with Funko, I pre-ordered Max's Powerline, which they had Goofy, by the way, at Hot Topic, but they did not have Powerline, so I'm waiting on that one. And that's my figure shelf, which I also did some more cleaning up of, but I got basically almost all the new wave that came out. I found them all at GameStop when I was doing toy hunting in the mall. I found Bumblebee Man, I found Barney, and I found Carl. What ticks me off is I saw Lenny and Millhouse. Those two were in a store. And I didn't grab them. And I didn't grab them because I was like, okay, well, they're expensive. They are, well, they weren't expensive, but I just didn't have the money. It was like $30, for both of them, right? Didn't have it. And I was like, maybe I'm going to come back in a couple days. They'll probably still be here. They weren't. They sold out. Never came back. So that sucks. But, now, so Milhouse I'm kind of okay with because I got the smaller version right there, if you can see him there. But Carl, you gotta have Lenny next to Carl. It just feels awkward, Carl's just sitting in their back. Also, Carl's such a weird figure because, like, he's black, but everyone else in the show is yellow, so it just always is gonna stand out on your shelf. But I feel so weird not having Lenny. If I ever see that, I'm gonna grab it no matter what, even if I have to like burn my bank account or something. I'm kidding, but like, you know, definitely gotta get those. And I'm still on the hunt for these 2003 turtles. I found these two at a Target, but I need Raphael and Michelangelo. I have not seen them. So tempted to go to a Target I don't normally go to for those. But yeah, other than that, just been watching all kinds of stuff. Been watching through Phineas and Ferb because of the new season coming out, which I won't be finished in time because I waited too long to do it. But, you know, I watch too many shows for videos. Can't even watch half the shit I want to watch. So, I'm going to be real. That is a real problem I do have. But it's all right. In terms of movies I'm going this week, I wanted to go see Legend of Ochi last week. I really meant to do that. I decided not to go last week. I was going to go with a family member. And then I was like, yeah, I'm not, you know, they couldn't go. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to go. Because there were so many movies coming out last week, like Revenge of the Sith did its re-release. The Accountant 2, something else came out. Like all these movies came out. It was the Cheech and Chong movie, and then Thunderbolts just came out this week. And then I had to work like 5 days this week, and so like that was one of the ones I really wanted to see, but I couldn't go out to see because how do you go see that movie when like all those movies are there? And the show times they did have for it were like, I think the earliest one was like 1 o'clock, and it was like in Spanish at the theater I go to. Uh, well, no, it was in English, but it had Spanish subtitles. I'm like, that's not. I don't mind that so much, but like, it's not how I would want to watch that movie. It's not. It's not a um like a Spanish movie, right? It's a American made movie, so that's not how I really want to watch that movie first go around. So I just, you know, this week they popped up with their show times this week, and there's one at 12 o'clock, and I go to the comic book shop every Tuesday, so I'm gonna go 11 o'clock, comic book shop, go down to the movie, and then clock in for work. Why not? You know, that's how I'm gonna do it. So that review will probably come in later this week. At least I got the major movies that I need to watch for the videos, right? Just Legend of Ochi just did not fit into my schedule. And then the classic theater that does the classic re-releases, they're doing Fight Club, which I've been so hyped since they announced they're doing that one. So I'm totally doing that. It looks so good. Looks great. I cannot wait for Fight Club. It's gonna be great. Really gonna be great stuff. Love Fight Club. Great movie. So there's that. And then Monty Python is being re-released back in theaters for one of its anniversaries. I forget which one, the Holy Grail one. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Though I will be honest, it kind of bothers me that Monty Python has so many other movies. Like there's not a ton of them. There's like Life of Brian and a couple other ones, right? But the only one that plays back in theaters all the time is Holy Grail. Kind of annoying. I wish we could do something about that. But it is what it is. I do need to get like the box set of Monty Python, watch all the episodes at some point. That would be fun. I totally need to do that. But it is what it is. Waiting for that. To That's Wednesday, and then I'm gonna go watch that Nicolas Cage movie Surfer, and I'll probably have a review up on Thursday for that. Which, for once, I'm not working a Thursday. Lately, I've been working Thursday, but it's mainly because there's been like back-to-back nonstop releases. We had Sinners and stuff at work and stuff, and then we had Revenge of the Sith, Accountant, all that stuff, and then we had Thunderbolts, which luckily my managers were nice enough to be like, hey, you can leave 15 minutes early to go watch Thunderbolts, because I do not know how I would have seen that unless I went today, which I'm not doing today because today's Free Comic Book Day. Should have a haul video up sometime later for that, talking about my experience with Free Comic Book Day, which I'm always excited about. Taking my cousin to go do that. We're gonna go get some lunch and do that. Lots of great stuff going on. Pre-orders this week. I don't think I have anything. I got Lilo and Stitch coming on 4K. Like, that's cool. But other than that, nothing major. I've actually slowed down on my ordering right now, which is good. I'm trying to be good because economically we're headed for a depression in the States right now, and it's not looking good. I think worldwide, honestly, people are going to be feeling it, but especially here in the States, it's going to be crazy. So I'm not looking forward to that and all the stupid people that want to make excuses for that. So I don't know. It's going to be crazy. So yeah, it's been it's nice to actually have a Saturday off for once. I never have Saturdays off, but it's Free Comic Book Day. I had something else going on this day, so I was able to put the day off and do all that. And I got videos I'm working on. Like I said, yeah. Also, I think when I'm done reviewing Yellowstone, which I'm on the last season, and then I'm gonna do 1883, I might do Sopranos next. Let me know if you guys are interested in that. I said might, so don't quote me on that. But I think that's where I'm going, because I want to do Dexter, but my problem is with Dexter is I have to buy the box set, and I haven't done that yet. And I have the Sopranos one that I've had for sitting here for about a year now, not been touched. And I've been meaning to do that, go through the show again, do videos, but I haven't done it. So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.